Don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill.
What we're going to do is we're going to do some recovery stories, and we are also going to do raffle in between the stories.
National Month of Recovery. My name's Alan, and Jeremy is getting us some prizes. Electric guitar, no, not the guitar. Yeah. Okay, we got a big gift card for Walmart going. I'm going to reach in this bag right here, and I'm going to pull out your number. Right there it is. Okay. So the last three numbers: 1, 8, 0. Bam! Late comer. What a prize! What a prize! Woo!
I am realizing that the jargon and terms used to categorize people with mental health diagnosis only keep us stuck in the belief that something is terminally wrong with us.
I started going to the VA, and they started telling me I was couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep. Started having a bunch of nightmares. So they sent me to the psych. So the psych said I was severely depressed, and that I had PTSD. Well, I didn't know what PTSD was. So myself was saying, I ain't got nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with me mentally. I did the things that I did because I wanted to do them. But after I started going through psychiatrists and going and listening to them and them listening to me and just getting stuff off my chest that had been there since childhood that I didn't know made a difference in my adult life. But it did. And once I got a lot of stuff off my chest, things started to look different for me. I started to feel different about my life and about the world and about, what I was doing in my life. And I hate that it took me so long to catch on. But once I caught on and I started to really try to recover from everything that was going on in my life, things got better for me. No more drugs, no more criminal activity. And I was going to the VA and taking like PTSD 101 and finding out my own symptoms and what was happening with me. And of course, the first thing they do, a psychiatrist do, is put you on medication. Okay? So I was on Elavir for a while. I quit taking that because all that did was make me sleep. And then they tried to say I was bipolar and gave me Lamictal. I think that's what it was. That stuff had me shaking like this, so I stopped that. They put me on something for depression, but I don't think it was doing anything, So I quit taking all medication.
There you go.
And I just started trying to live my life to the fullest, the best that I knew how, and make the transition from flow, because I tell everybody you wouldn't like flow, because my life before was like I was off the chain, So I'm in the process right now of making a transition from flow to Miss Daniels. You know, I want to be Miss Daniels. I want to be respected. I want people to respect. I want to be able to respect people. You know, and don't get me wrong, it's a process. You know, and sometimes Flo does pop back up from time to time. You know, but I got her pretty much in check. You know, she's pretty much in check now. And when I feel that she's coming back out, you know, I try to get myself away from the situation. Because I can say some stuff out my mouth, you know, and it's my mouth that's always, since I was a kid, my father used to pay me dollars just to shut up. So it was just always my mouth that got me in trouble, you know. So now I'm doing the best I can to learn how to control myself, my mouth. And with the help of, you know, my peers, you know, because I'm a peer, with the help of my peers and with the help of Jamie and everybody else, I'm just moving right along. I feel so much better about myself. I feel like I can present myself to the world. The peer support classes that I took taught me a lot. The IPS classes that I'm taking is teaching me a lot. It's teaching me how to better myself, you know. And all I can say to all y'all is just hang in there. You know, it's not an overnight thing. You know, it takes years. This took me years to get this far, you know. But don't give up because it's not an instant thing. Just hang in there. And have faith in yourself. And with that faith in yourself, you can do anything that you want to. Thank you very much.
Hello. My name's Jennifer Turner. And
Jennifer.
hey. I hope everyone here is doing well. I was diagnosed with OCD when I was 14 years old. So I felt like I had no hope, and I didn't know how I was going to handle or cope with this mental illness. In middle school, and I was having a lot of trouble with people making fun of me and telling me that I was ugly. I just had a lot of people that were mean in in middle school, and so I went through a rough time, and I would go to bed at night crying a lot. And I didn't want to go to school the next morning or anything. So I went to the hospital. Trying to get medicine for my obsessions, because I was cleaning my hands. I would wash my hands so much that they would put sores on my hands. Trying to fill my mind with something other than worrying about school, I would continuously wash my hands and wash the tables and wash anything, put my mind on being clean obsessively rather than worry about the things that were bothering me about the kids. Throwing gum in my hair and everything at school. A thought came to me that said, "You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay." And whenever I felt that calmness, it was like I felt that calmness, and it was like people were praying for me at that church. That people were praying for me at my church. I knew that people, even though I was in that state of mind, I knew that I had recognized my mom walk in, and she actually visited me in that hospital, and that I was in enough state of mind. I knew that my mom had visited me, my preacher had visited me, and another lady from church had visited me. I said that meant the most to me, that they had visited me, even though I was in that state of mind. No matter what kind of voices, or no matter what you see or go through, that you can come through it, because I did, and that you can have hope again.
In life, we have to make choices. I have to make choices. We all have to make choices. Because sometimes things in the world, they can take us downhill. you got to outcome, you got to be better, and we all can do that. You know, we all can make good choices. With the Peer Health and Wellness Center in DeKalb County, and Decatur, Georgia. I like to go bowling with the health group on Mondays, and you know, it's fun. I just thank all of y'all, and I love everybody.
There's hope today. You know, the things we've been through, I don't have to hide in my house no more. Look here, I made it here today. I faced the fear of being rejected, of not being good enough, or not being accepted. But I know when I come here and to the other groups I go to that I'm loved and I am accepted. And my self-esteem rises up. All we want to do is to be somebody and to belong somewhere and to be accepted. That's our core desire. Like the show Cheers, we all want to go where somebody knows their name. Anyway, my name's Alan, and I have a condition. I'm not sick, and I'm not a bad person. I have a condition. And I heard somebody say, I don't know when it's going to show up. So I have to treat it regularly, because when I quit treating it, it shows up hard. I'll tell you what, so I have seen the good side. When I had a home and a business and children and a family, and then I lost all that because I was in a dysfunctional family growing up. And the coping skills in a dysfunctional family did not work out here in public. You know what I mean? And I couldn't be the clown. I couldn't be the hero. I couldn't do, you know, I was a people pleaser. You know, that's the way I got by most of the time, being a people pleaser. But what you guys have taught me, woo, you taught me how to set some boundaries, right? I don't have to let you run over me no more. You taught me how to say no. No, that is not good for me. No, I will not give you a ride to the liquor store. No, I will not give you a ride with them drugs in your pocket. No, I don't want that. I don't have a script for it. I ain't take it. I know how to say no today. And that's great. That is great. It's taught me to love myself. I am not a loser. I am a winner. Because today, my formula is I haven't hurt nobody, I hadn't hurt myself, and I hadn't broke nothing. I'm doing pretty dang good, you know? I ain't hurt nobody, ain't hurt myself, ain't broke nothing. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. But I love the program. I love the hope that it's given me. And you know, with the hope that, like I said, it taught me how to say no, taught me how to set boundaries, and I have a good support group. Sometime when my condition shows up, I can't think straight, but I can call you and tell you, and you can help me. I've learned to trust some people. Some people you can't trust everybody, right. But I have a few in this room I can trust. And when you find them, you know, that's your support group. Hang on to them. And I'm very honest with them and tell them what I'm going through, and they help me. But I have hope today. And the programs give me hope, not just for tomorrow, but also today. Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Everybody has been speaking. I've been thinking about the process. I heard somebody say the process. And I'm thinking, you know, when does the process end? You know, this morning I got up and I was struggling. I was like, oh, girl, just get back. That voice. And they say, you know, well, you take medicine for that. But then there is this voice. It's there, you know, and I don't know, it's a consciousness. It's not one that tells me to jump out the window or anything like that. But this voice is like, girl, just get back in the bed. Call them up and tell them you just can't make it. But I knew that I wanted to be here. There's something special for me about this place. So I'm starting and working back about being here in Cleveland, Georgia. When I came here for respite, I left a different person. I left feeling that I had gotten connections here that I had never gotten by going into a psychiatric hospital. Speaking of psychiatric hospitals, I remember the first time I went into one of those, and they started locking all the doors, and it's like, what in the world is going on in this place? And I was like, wait a minute, you know, it's like, no, we're going to lock the doors, you can't get out, you know, so I'm not really putting down because I needed to be there. But it's such a difference. Whoever thought of respite centers, peers helping peers, was simply a genius. Whoever came up with that idea, And it helped me, and nothing in the world was going to keep me from getting back here today. You know, they say hell or high water, you know, and I would have went up against those to get here, and I'm here. After a while, I said, well, maybe if I just have a drink. So it was just a vicious cycle, just constantly over and over and over and over and over and over again. So let's fast forward, and I met Jamie, Wade, and Roz this year, 2012, and they had come to a meeting that I chair, and they were talking about this peer wellness center. I was like, what are they talking about? You know, and I heard the idea in some other 12-step programs where they talk about one person or one addict or what have you helping another without parallel and all that. And I kind of understood what they were talking about, but I said, well, I need to see this for myself. And I have not been disappointed. I would say that this center here in Cleveland has saved my life. The center in Decatur, Georgia, has saved my life, and constantly is saving my life. Because this is real. That's what this is about. This is about life and death, and I'm amazed that I'm getting through this without the tears and all of that, you know, but I feel accepted. And that's what it's always been for me. I always felt the world doesn't accept me. And my thing was, okay, the hell with the world. I can do without the world. I don't need anybody but me. And it's hard sometimes to break that. But everyone here, every face that I'm looking at makes it easier for me on a daily basis to break that thought, because that thought is, I don't need the world and I don't need anyone. And today I know for sure in my heart that I need every single person here. Thank you.
I can just say that I'm proud that Georgia does this and that they give the funds to people to help people like me. Because if they didn't, I'd still be sitting in jail. Yes.
Recovery is freedom from all types of sicknesses that bounds us, and we can do it one day at a time.
Recovery!
All right. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. It's worth it because you're worth it.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
worth it.
worth it.
Yes, yes, yes.